Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I want to talk about American Beauty cigarette pack on T206. Most of you know American Beauty pack is a little bit narrower than the regular T206 pack. So what I mean by that is, so these are two copies of the American Beauty cigarette pack, and you can tell they are the same size. But when you compare with a Sweet Cardio pack, you can tell the American Beauty bag is narrower than the Sweet Cardio bag. And let's see, would that also be shorter? The length is the same, but it just is narrower than the regular bag. Let's compare that with a Piedmont bag. You can tell the length is the same. And let's check the width. So as you can see, the width is also thinner in American Beauty bag. Just for reference, let's compare the width of these two regular bags. They align perfectly. Nobody really knows the reason why the American Beauty bag are narrower than the other T206 cigarette bag. But one theory was that since T206 cards were inserted in cigarette pack, and many people believe the American Beauty cigarette pack was narrower than the other cigarette pack. But what I'm going to show you, it kind of disproves this myth. What I have here is a Piedmont cigarette pack. This box is a 10-count pack, and this pack has the Boston little paper strip written on the top. This pack actually have some significance, and then I may go over this pack in another video. And so this is the standard slide shell style. So you can tell when you insert the card in there, it still have wiggling space. So for the Sweet Cardio, so this is a Sweet Cardio 10-count cigarette pack. This type of pack would pull a T206 baseball card. Same thing. It's the slide shell style. And for this style, I actually have another video that talk about these intershell style, the differences that I found out from my collections. Same thing. I put in the card so you can tell. You can tell there's a wiggly room. And now, for the American style cigarette pack, people believe they are thinner, but I actually have a American Beauty 10-count cigarette pack, and as you can see, they are actually just the same size as the Piedmont bag, same size as the Piedmont pack, same thickness. So they're definitely not narrower at all. So if you also compare them with the Sweet Cardio pack, okay, the card got stuck here. I'm going to take out the card. Look, they're all the same. The American Beauty pack is not like narrower at all. And if you put the card, overlaid it kind of on stack on top, there's a lot of space for the card to move around. Now that I've shown you a American Beauty 10-count cigarette pack, that kind of disproves the theory that American Beauty cigarette pack was thinner. That's why they have to, the printer have to cut the card thinner in order to fit inside to the cigarette pack. Obviously, I just showed you this is not true. American Beauty cigarette pack is very rare, and I happen to have one of these pack, and that's why I can show you that in the video. And I hope you really like this. And if you want to learn more about T206 cigarette pack, make sure you subscribe and share my video. I hope you like this, and I will see you next time.
What's the reason why T206 cards with American Beauty back are narrower than cards with Piedmont and Sweet Cape Roll backs? The reason why T206 cards with American Beauty backs are narrower than cards with Piedmont and Sweet Cape Roll backs is due to the printing process used by the American Tobacco Company. The American Beauty backs were printed using a process called offset lithography, which allowed for greater precision and detail in the printing of the design. However, this printing process resulted in the cards being slightly narrower than those printed with the more traditional letterpress method used for the Piedmont and Sweet Cape Roll backs. The offset lithography process involved creating an image on a flat surface, known as a printing plate, which was then used to transfer the image onto the cardstock. This process allowed for sharper and more detailed images, but also meant that the cards were slightly narrower than those printed using the letterpress method. The letterpress method involved applying ink directly onto the cardstock using a printing press, which allowed for thicker and more saturated ink coverage but was less precise than offset lithography. It's also worth noting that there can be some natural variation in the size of vintage cards due to the manufacturing process and handling over time, so not all American Beauty T206 cards will necessarily be narrower than those with Piedmont and Sweet Cape Roll backs.